Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir-bhavatu me sada Gurave sarvalokanam Vishaje bhavaroginam Nidhaye sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye namaha Ishvaro gururatmeti Murti bheda vibhagine Vyomavatyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye namaha Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krito Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastama Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Natva Shri Bharati Tirtha
Natva Shri Bharati
Tirtha
Vidyaranyamunishvaro
Vidyaranyamunishvaro
Adhimahe Panchadashim
Adhimahe Panchadashim
Kaivalya Padasiddhaye
Kaivalyapadasiddhaye.
The topic of Shravanam was presented through the shlokas, shloka number 33 to 48. And from 49 to 52, the topic of Mananam was presented. Then starting from the shloka number 53 onwards, the Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, and Samadhi, these are summarized. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, and Samadhi, that is here the The uniqueness of this text is the author, the Vidyaranya Muni, he uses the terms of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Samadhi. In the Yoga Sutra, the Ashtanga Yoga, where we have the Ashta Anga, the 8 limbs, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Dharana, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Dharana meaning fixing the mind. Dhyanam is maintaining the thoughts, the vritti, same vritti. Whenever the mind goes out, bringing back the mind to the object of meditation, that is dhyana, dhyana abhyasa. Then samadhi. Samadhi is a state where the mind effortlessly remains on the object of meditation. These terms are used by the author, and he summarized the terms, the Vedantic terms, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam also. What is Shravanam if it is asked? Tattamasi, Vakyartha Anusandhanam, Ahavakyartha Anusandhanam, Shravanam Bhavati. Then Mananam is Yuktya Sambhavita Tattva Anusandhanam, Mananam. Then what is Nididhyasanam? Nididhyasanam is Ekathanatvam is Nididhyasanam. The word Ekathanatvam also taken from the Yoga Sutra, Ekathanatvam. That is Nididhyasanam, meaning the flow of the mind towards the object of meditation. And the object of meditation is Atma, which is ascertained from the Shastra, which is ascertained only from the Shastra. Atma, the Vishaya, the Atma is known only from the Shastra. There is no other way of knowing. There is no other way of knowing the Aikyam, the Aikya Vishaya, Brahmaikya Vishaya, Atma, Ishvara, that Aikyam, the oneness, it is ascertained only from the Shastram. So the object of meditation. The object of meditation is Atma, that is Brahma. So in order to make this jnanam, steady, that is Nishta. Nishta in this jnanam, Nididhyasanam is suggested. So Ekathanatva Nididhyasanam. Then further, this Nididhyasanam is further, when it's intensified, then it has become a samadhi, where the dhyata and dhyana both resolves. Whereas in Nididhyasanam, dhyata is there, dhyanam is there, and dhyayam, dhyaya vishya, that Atma is there, Triputi is there in Nididhyasanam. When it gets intensified, then it becomes samadhi. Samadhi means samyak adhanam, absorption in the object of meditation. Therefore, dhyata dhyane parityajya pramadhyaika gocharam. A drishtanta is given. Nivata deepavat chittam samadhihi. The mind is said to be in samadhi. Samadhihi abhidhiyate. That is what is called samadhihi. Yasyam avasthayam dhyayaika gocharam bhavati tasyaha nama samadhihi. Tasyaha avasthayaha nama samadhihi. So that is the difference between Nididhyasanam and samadhi. According to Yoga Sutra, which is Advaita Darshanam, the Samadhi is moksha. Samadhi is moksha. Samadhi is the highest state, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, that is moksha. But it is Dvaita Darshanam. So that's a difference between the Samadhi of the yoga and the Samadhi of Vedanta. In Vedanta, Samadhi is nothing but Dhyanam, it's just meditation. It is nothing but meditation. A saturated state of meditation, we can call. If you want to say Samadhi, if you want to define Samadhi Vedantically, then we can say a saturated state of meditation. Why should we do, first of all, Nididhyasana? If Shravanam produces Jnanam, then why we need Mananam and Nididhyasanam? Shastram being a Pramanam, when the Pramana is operated and Pramata being there, so when Pramana Vyapara takes place, Jnanam should happen. Like in any Pratyakshadi Vishaya, you open your eyes and you see the object. The object becomes visible. The object, knowledge of the objects becomes clear to you once you open the eyes. Varna Jnanam, Rupa Jnanam, you don't have to work for it after operating the Chakshu Pramanam. Similarly, with regard to every Pramanam, when Shastram is operated, knowledge should happen. Knowledge removes Ajnanam. Ajnana Nivritti have Samsara Nivritti. Samsara Nivritti is Moksha, freedom. Then why do we need Maranam and Nididhyasana? Because the Pramata is not prepared. The Pramata lacks Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampattihi. There are pratibandhas. There are certain lack on the part of the Pramata. Therefore, Jnanam doesn't happen. Jnanam happens, but Jnana Palam is not seen in the Pramata. He doesn't enjoy the benefit of the Jnana Palam. Jnanam doesn't happen, we should not say. Jnanam happens. Jnanam is there. Shravana Matrana Jnanam Bhavati eva. But the benefit of Jnanam is not there because of the lack of Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. Therefore, it is all the way. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is that is the fundamental thing. The preparation of the Pramata. In fact, the whole life is meant to prepare oneself. If the whole life, not only this life. If in this life the Pramata is not ready, then that readiness has to be continued in the subsequent life also. So, therefore, all that we do is nothing but preparing ourselves, removing the pratibandha, improving or enhancing the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. In Mananam, what we do is there are certain doubts with regard to what we heard in the Shastra. Shraddha is lacking. Therefore, Mananam. And in Nididhyasanam, because of our previous prior orientation, Anadivasanaya, from the beginningless time we have been carrying certain vasanas, because of which the Jnana Palam is not seen to be experienced. Therefore, Nididhyasanam. Therefore, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, though we say the three limbs of Vedanta, but Shravanam is a primary limb. In fact, that is the limb that produces Jnana. Here, the author, what he does is, he uses the terms of the Yoga Darshanam and presents Vedanta. So, therefore, So therefore, we have to distinguish wherever required the Advaita Darshanam from Yoga Darshanam. The term Samadhi, the most confusing, and it is argued the term Samadhi. Samadhi produces moksha. Yoga Darshanam says it is the highest state of moksha. It is the highest state. It is the highest state that is called moksha avastha iti Yoga Darshana. In fact, they strive for this samadhi, nirvikalpa samadhi, savikalpa samadhi, then nirvikalpa samadhi. The highest that is the highest state, that is moksha. They aspire to get this avastha, samadhi avastha. But what we say is this samadhi leads one to moksha. That samadhi is not moksha. In Vedanta, we say this samadhi leads one to moksha. Chitta samadhanam is what happens in samadhi. Chitta samadhanam. Even if a even if a person who follows the yoga darshana, if he wants to gain moksha, after gaining samadhi, he has to do shravanam. Then only he gains jnanam and therefore muktihi. Therefore, shravanam is the means. Whether shravanam precedes samadhi or shravanam is done after samadhi in the case of the yoga darshanikas, that produces moksha. Shravanam produces jnanam and therefore moksha. By practicing the steps given in the Yoga Sutra, a person can attain samadhi. But that samadhi is a different samadhi. It is not meant for jnana nishta, because there is the vishaya, the object itself, the object of meditation itself is different. It is not Advitiya Atma. It is Dvaita. It is Dvaita Atma. Atma is there as well as Prakriti is there. Not only Atma, not only one Atma, there are many Atmas. So, therefore, manyness is Ajnanam. Dvaitam is Ajnanam. So, what about Samadhi? It is the Samadhi of the yoga system. It is Andha Samadhi. We call it as Andha Samadhi because there is no knowledge. There is absence of Jnanam. Absence of Jnanam of oneself, Atma. Therefore, that Samadhi is Andha Samadhi. It is Dvaita Samadhi. Dvaita Samadhi is not moksha. It cannot lead to moksha. The person has developed himself to gain that capacity to be in samadhi. That samadhi, after that samadhi, he has to do shravanam for moksha. Therefore, Vedanta Samadhi is Jnana Samadhi. Yoga Samadhi is Samadhi of yogis is Andha Samadhi. Vedanta Samadhi is Jnana Samadhi. Why? Because Jnanam is there. Jnanam, that is Shravanam, precedes Samadhi. Precedes Nididhyasanam, precedes Mananam. Therefore, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, and Samadhi. The Samadhi Abhyasa can be done by a Vedanti because it is done after Shravanam. So, for the removal of the doubts and for the removal of this habitual errors due to previous orientation, Nididhyasanam and therefore Samadhi can be practiced by a Vedanti. That is called meditation. When the meditation becomes mature, there Dhyata and Dhyanam both results into this Dhyaika Gocharam, Nivata Deepavat Chittam Bhavati, Samadhi. That is Samadhi. After Samadhi, then he is Jnani, because preceded by Shravanam. That is not in the case of the Samadhi of Yoga, where there is no Jnana, it is Andha Samadhi. Then after this Jnana Samadhi, then that jnanam is jnanam once it is gained forever. Moksha is free forever. The freedom is never lost. Then then he enjoys sagaja samadhi. He revels in Atma all the time. That is sagaja samadhi. With eyes open, with eyes closed. He is in samadhi. Samadhi iti abhidiyate. In the Gita itself, in Gita, you will find the word samadhi. In the second chapter, Arjuna has Bhagavan at the end portion of the second chapter. Sutta prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava samadhihi samadhistaha samadau tishtati iti samadhistaha. What is samadhi there? Samadhistaha samadhistasya keshava sitadihi kim prabhasheta kimasita prajeta kim. Samadhi is Atma samadau tishtati. That becomes Sakaja Samadhi, Jnana Samadhi. So that is a distinction, that is a difference between the Samadhi of the Yoga Darshanam and Samadhi of Vedanta Darshanam. Samadhi of Yoga Darshanam is not moksha, whereas Samadhi of Vedanta Darshanam, where Samadhi succeeds, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, that is moksha. Samadhi is moksha for Yoga Darshanam, whereas for us, Samadhi is not moksha. Samadhi can lead one to moksha. And Samadhi also is not a prerequisite for moksha. What is required is jnanam. Even the follower of the Dvaita Darshanam, after Samadhi, if he wants moksha, he has to do Shravanam. So therefore, Shravanam is the sadhanam. That should be clear. Here, Vidyaranya Muni, taking the support of the yoga, or he can say he explains this through the yogic method. Therefore, we have to clarify certain things. We have to understand the distinction between the yoga and the Vedanta. And also we say in Vedanta, jnanam alone removes ajnanam, jnanam alone removes karma, and jnanam alone gives ajnanam and therefore moksha. But in Yoga Shastra, the Samadhi removes karma. Karma kshaya happens. Karma kshaya, the destruction of karma, the karma which has been accumulated through many janmas. All this karma gets destroyed in the wake of jnana. Jnanagni dagda karma. Jnanagni sarva karmani. Basmasat kurute Arjuna. So jnanam is agni that burns all the karma. Whereas in yoga darshana, they say in samadhi, the samadhi produces some special punyam, and that special punyam destroys the karma, sanchita karma iti. Even though it is said, but we have to understand that jnanam only destroys the karma. Punyam cannot destroy karma. How much punyam required to destroy karma? Because karma being sanchita, it is huge. Therefore, you require huge punyam. According to Yoga Darshana, the Samadhi Avastha produces special punyam, and the special punyam, the Shuddha Dharma, the punyam, destroys karma, all the sanchita karma. But we say, jnanam only removes the karma, sanchita karma, as well as destroys. Jnanam destroys sanchita karma and agami karma. Why we say jnanam destroys sanchita and agami? Even in fact, prarabdha also. Why we say? Because kartrutvam is sublated is Badita. Now this Karta is sublated Karta, is Badita Karta. That Kartritvam is dismissed. This Karta, the Kartritvam, which is attributed to this Atma, and Atma being Akarta, that once that Jnanam is gained, therefore this Kartritvam is dismissed. Atma is understood to be no more a Karta. When it is not Karta, then where the Karma Palam will go? The Karma Palam, whether it is of Sanchita or Agami, even that of the Prarabdha, where it will go? All gets destroyed. The Agami Karma, that Karma, whatever he does while living, that Karma Pala, the Karma Pala, he is not a Karta, but Karma, he is doing Karma for the sake of survival. That Karma, the Karma Palam, will go to, that also will be distributed among the people. How? The Punyam will go to the people who worships the person, who worships the Jnana. And the Papam will go to the person who criticizes a Jnana, who criticizes, who does Ninda. Who does Ninda, that Papam goes to that person. So therefore, it distributes everything. It doesn't have Karma Palam anymore. No more Karma Palam. Therefore, he is free. So therefore, this is our standpoint, Vedanta standpoint. So this, having this clarity, let us continue. Let us try to understand what the author has presented through the Yoga Darshana. Even though he has used the terms of yoga, but it is the Darshana here is Vedanta Darshan, Advaita Darshan, not yoga. Because we use the terms, it is not that we are supporting yoga, we are advocating yoga, which is Dvaita Darshan, entirely different from Vedanta. Because the darshanam, their philosophy is Dvaitam. Prakriti and Purusha. Two things are real, duality, both are real. When both are real, how can there be freedom for the Atma? And also the Atmas are many Atmas and Prakriti. So in Dvaitam, there cannot be freedom. Only in Advaitam. If at all there is freedom, there is only in Advaita. Okay, let us read the shloka number 55. Dhyatrit dhyane parityajya
ध्याने परित्यज्य
kramadhyayika gocharam
क्रमाध्ययैकगोचरम्
nivatadipavat chittam
निवातदीपवच्चित्तम्
samadhirabhidhiyate.
समाधिरभिधीयते.
It is the definition of samadhi. Nivata deepavat chittam samadhi. Samadhi, it's samadhi avasthayam chittam nischalam bhavati. Nischalam bhavati dhyatrit dhyane parityajya. And further we discussed, dhyatrit dhyana is not there, dhyata not there, dhyanam is not there. Dhyata dhyanam is there. How can be there will be dhyaya gocharam? How do you say dhyaya alone is there? We discussed that dhyayam is there. How do we say? Because the person remembers the object of meditation after he wakes up from samadhi. Yatha sushupti avasthayam, he remembers, aya sukhena nidra anubhuyate, agam kimapi na janami, tadvat, like that. Vrittagyastu tadha nima jnata apyatma gocharaha.
वृत्तयस्तु तदानीमज्ञाता अप्यात्मगोचराः.
Smaranadhanumiyante Yuttitasya samuthitat.
स्मरणादनुमीयन्ते व्युत्थितस्य
तस्य
समुत्थितात्
समुत्थितात्
Yes. So Smaranadhanumiyante. So Smaranam is remembering, remembrance. So, remembrance. Smaranat anumiyante. Vyuttitasya samuttita. Samadhi avastha. From samadhi avastha, the person has woken up and he remembers. So, therefore, the anubhava is that. Therefore, only remembrance. If anubhava is not there, how can there be remembrance? Yatu anubhutam tasyaiva smaranam bhavati. Therefore, dhyata dhyanam yatra dhyane parityajya dhyayika gocharam. That dhyaya gocharam, only atma vishaya, atma alone was there. How do you know it? Smaranat anubhiyante. Because yatu anubhutam tasyaiva smaranam bhavati. Sushuptyavasthayam tadvat. Vrittirāmanuvrittistu
वृत्तीनामनुवृत्तिस्तु
prayatnāt prathamādapi.
प्रयत्नात् प्रथमादपि
प्रथमादपि
Adrishta sakradabhyasa samskara sachivat bhavet.
अदृष्टा सकृदभ्यास
सकृदभ्यास
संस्कारसचित्वात् भवेत्
Here an objection was raised. How can there be a dhyayika gocharam when there is no dhyanam? For that we gave the answer. Ati sukshma vritti is there. Ati sukshma vritti is there. The same drishtantas we can take sushupti avastha. Sushupti avastha also, that sleeper remembers. Sleeper is there. Sleeper remembers after he wakes up. Sleeper is not remembered in sleep. It's remembered in the waking. So therefore, from that we infer sukshma vritti is there. Similarly, here also sukshma vritti. Dhyaya vritti continues, we say, because of ati sukshma vritti, that ati sukshma vritti, because of which, that is ati sukshma vritti, and that ati sukshma vritti which is not remembered in the samadhi avastha, it is because of the anubhava, it is remembered after waking up from samadhi. Then we can ask a question, how this dhyaya vritti continues, because vritti, that vritti requires deliberation on the part of the dhyata. Dhyata not there, how can continue? Because that is because of adrishtam, and that is because of asakrit abhyasa. Adrishtam and asakrit abhyasa samskara sachivat bhavet. Asakrit abhyasa, repeated practice, and also adrishtam punyam, these become the sakakari, supporting factors for the dhyaya vritti to continue in samadhi. Then samadhi is presented through a drishtanta. Yatha deepo nivatastaha
यथा दीपो निवातस्थः
ityadi virane kada.
इत्यादिभिरनेकधा
Bhagavanimame
भगवानिममेवार्थम्
Arjunaya nyarupayat.
अर्जुनाय निरूपयतु
यथा वायुरगिते स्थाने दीपः भवति निवातस्थः मीन्स वायुरगिते स्थाने दीपः भवति, तद्वत् ध्यात्र ध्याने परित्यज्य जयगोचरं भवति इति अनेकदा अर्जुनाय भगवान् निरूपितवान्. भगवान् कृष्ण presented in Gita this samadhi to a drishtanta he presented. Therefore, this samadhi, it is for according to us, it is for preparing the mind, it is for jnana nishta. Our here, our object of meditation is Advitiya Atma, which is different from the Vishaya of the Yoga Darshana. So, in the Yoga Darshana, this Samadhi is one of the limbs in the Ashtanga Yoga, that final Anga, that is the ultimate end for them, for yogis. Whereas, for us, it is not the ultimate, and Samadhi is not the ultimate end. And our object of meditation itself is different. It is Advitiya Atma Chintanam. Therefore, it is for Jnana Nishta, it is for preparing the mind, and therefore it subsequently for Jnana Nishta. The Samadhi leads to moksha. The Samadhi leads to moksha. It's not moksha, it leads to moksha. Then this Samadhi Palam is talked about in the subsequent shloka. I think from there we have to read shloka number 59. Samadhi has got palam, two types of palam, dvidam palam. One is avantara palam, secondary result. Other one is mukhya palam, primary result. Primary result is what? It is moksha. Avantara palam, and that is talked about in this shloka number 59 and 60. And mukhya palam is talked about in the 61 and 62. So let us read shloka number 59. Anadha vikasamsare
अनादाविह संसारे
sanchita karma kotayah
संचिता कर्मकोटयः
anena vilayam yanti
अनेन विलयं यान्ति
shuddho dharmo vibardhate.
शुद्धो धर्मो विवर्धते.
I think we have seen this shloka also.
Yeah, we saw the meanings.
We have seen this
Yes,
shloka also.
we saw.
Yeah. Anyway, anado iga samsare, but you can see the difference between Yoga Darshana and Advaita Darshana. Iga samsara is anadi. So therefore, anado samsare iga sanchita karmas are crores in number. Because I remember the word koti. So last class, Vijayaji asked koti. So we have seen this shloka. Okay. Sanchitaha karma kotayaha, crores of sanchita karmas are, what happens? Anena iti kena anena samadhina ityartha. Samadhina vilayam yanti. Because of samadhi, it resolves. All the sanchita karma resolves. And shuddhaha dharmaha vivardate. Shuddhaha dharmaha is punyam. So shuddhaha dharmaha आत्म साक्षात्कार हेतु भूतः शुद्धः धर्मः विवर्धते तस्य विवर्धनम भवति शुद्ध धर्म. So this is according to Yoga Darshana. So that is taken by Vidyaranyamuni and presented here. But we have to understand the distinction here. Agam akarta atma alone destroys karma. Why? Because kartrutvam is mithya. If karta is real, then you have to destroy. But karta itself is mithya. If it is mithya, how mithyatvam is sublated, dismissed? Only by jnanam. So, therefore, jnanena eva karma shayam bhavati. Kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. You have seen. Vidyate hridaya grantihi. Chidyante sarva samshayaha. In fact, all the doors will go only when Atma Sakshatkara is obtained. Till then, there will be some doubts. Till the end is gained, always there will be some lingering of some doubts. So therefore, Vidyate hridaya grantihi. Kshiyante sarva Chidyante sarva samshayaha. Kshiyante chasya karmani. All the karma are kshiyante. Tasmin drishte paravare. Paravare brahmani drishte sati. Iti. When the Brahma, Atma Brahma, when it is understood, then Sarva Karmani, Karmani Kshiyante. See, Mundaka Upanishad Pramanam is there. But here it is said that Samadhi produces special punyam, and in Samadhi, the karma which has been gathered from the beginningless Janma, all this Janma, because of the Samadhi, Anena Samadhina Vilayam Yanti, they resolves, and the Samadhi Abhyasa produces special punyam. But what we say is the Samadhi Avastha, the Samadhi, it enhances, it increases one's sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. This removes pratibandha. Pratibandhas, because of pratibandha, Atma Sakshakara is not obtained. And pratibandha is there, therefore, there is lack in sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Therefore, the more and the more the pratibandhas are removed, the more and the more the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is as gained. So, sadhana, the more and more the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, or otherwise, the pratibandhas are the more and more they are reduced or they are removed. So, therefore, pratibandha means there is lack of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. So, when pratibandha is reduced or completely eliminated, it means sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, the person is a prepared person, ready for jnanam, ready for moksha. Therefore, this Samadhi Avastha removes the pratibandha. It increases the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti of this sadhaka. All the factors, Shraddha, the Viveka, Vairagya, everything is strengthened, everything is enhanced or increased. By that, all the pratibandhas are removed. Therefore, the person effortlessly remains in Atma. So that is the benefit of Samadhi. And in the next shloka, again here, the author uses the term of the Yoga Darshana, Dharma Megha Samadhi. Let us read that. Dharma Megha. Dharma Meghamimam Praguhu.
Dharmamegham imam prahuः
Samadhim Yoga Vittamaha.
Samadhim yoga vittamaः
Varshat Yesha Yato Dharma Vratadhara Sahasrashah.
Varshatyesha yato dharmamritadhara
Sahasrashah. So Yoga Shastra calls this Samadhi as Dharma Megha Samadhi. Megha meaning cloud. Cloud that showers Shuddha Dharma. The Samadhi produces Amrita Dhara. Amrita means nectar. Dhara is shower. The shower of nectar. It means there is some Ananda in this Samadhi. Yoga Vittamaha Praguhu. Praguhu Prakarshena Aguhu Yoga Vittamaha. So Yoga Vittamaha, Yoga Vittama, Yoga Vittama. It means Yogam Veti, iti Yoga Vitt. To that Tama Pratyaya, Atishayena, Tama Pratyaya, Atishayena Yoga Vidaha, Yoga Vittamaha iti. Yoga Vittamaha, that is the one who knows the yoga very well. Yoga Vittamaha, who has seen the other shore. Yoga Vittamaha, who has got complete jnanam of this yoga. Yoga Vittamaha. They are the most exalted people, exalted in terms of knowing the yoga. Atishayena, that's why Atishayena yoga vidaha. Yogam vetti. Yoga vidaha. Pragagu. They say, imam samadhim dharma megam iti. This samadhi is called by them as dharma mega samadhi. The expert in yoga, yoga vittamaha. The yoga vittamaha, the expert in yoga, call this samadhi to be dharma mega samadhi. Dharma mega samadhi. Why it is called dharma mega samadhi? Because it showers shuddha dharma, pure dharma, pure punyam, special punyam. It showers special punyam, shuddha dharmaha, shuddha dharmaha amritasya, meaning mokshasya karanatvat amritamiti uchyate. Amritam, nectar. Why it is called nectar? Because it is a cause for moksha. Therefore, amritam. And dharma megha, dharmam meghati, sinchati. Dharmam megati sinchati iti dharma megaha. Therefore, this nirvikalpa samadhi, that is what has been talked about in the previous shloka, is called by the experts of yoga as dharma mega samadhi. In the Kaivalya Pada, that is the fourth Pada, 29th Sutra, this is talked about. Dharma mega samadhi, the word dharma mega samadhi is used. This samadhi shuddham dharmam vardayati. And therefore it is dharma mega samadhi. Samadhi amritadharaha sagasrashaha, in thousands. The samadhi produces in thousands. In sagasrashaha. Sagastrasha, it's just a number. It is only upalakshana. It produces in thousands. What does it? Sagasrashaha, it produces. What does it produces? Amritadharaha. So amritadharaha varshati. Sagasrashaha amritadharaha varshati. So Sagasrashaha amritadharaha. Amritadhara, it showers the nectar of this punyam. Sagasrashaha, in thousands. So therefore, this samadhi is called dharma mega samadhi. Amritadharaha sagasrashaha. Is it moksha for us? No, it is not moksha. This samadhi, in this samadhi, there is some ananda, some experiential ananda. It can produce some experiential ananda, the happiness, which is amritadharaha sagasrashaha, but it is not moksha. It is not moksha for us, because even for that experiential happiness, there is advaita vastu, atma is. Advaita atma is, atma swarupa is ananda. It produces ananda means what? So therefore it is not moksha. It is a avastha where there is some ananda. It is different from sushupti avastha. In sushupti avastha there is ajnana vritti, whereas in the samadhi avastha there is jnana vritti. So therefore there is some ananda in this samadhi, but this ananda is also not because of dvaita atma, it is because of advaita atma, because of this advaita vastu. Advaita vastu is therefore some experiential happiness, amritadhara. When it is advaitam, then it is jnanam, and that alone can give moksha. But here, this amritadharaha sagasrasha vardati, there is some experience, samadhi anubhava, and that samadhi anubhava, that happiness, that ananda, the cause of that is atma alone. Atma is, but that state is not moksha avastha. And that avastha produces some special punyam iti. So it is only the means for moksha. It leads to moksha. It is not moksha. Whereas for yoga darshana, it is moksha. that Ananda Anubhava is experienced, ultimate Ananda Anubhava, they say, and therefore it is moksha for them, Dharma Mega Samadhi. Iti. Let us read the Tika. Tatra Kim Pramanamiti Ataha. What is the Pramanam for this Samadhi? What has been talked about before? Dharma Iti. Yoga Vittamaha. Atishayena Yoga Jnaha. Yogam Janati. Yogam Vetti. Yoga Jnaha. Atishayena Yoga Jnaha. Brahma Sakshatkaravantah. Brahma Sakshatkaravantah. Brahma Sakshatkaravan. Brahma Sakshatkaravanto. Brahma Sakshatkaravantah. It is Yoga Jnaha. Atishayena Yoga Jnaha. Yoga Vittamaha. Iti. Yavat Imam Nirvikalpa Samadhim. Nirvikalpa Samadhi. There is no Vikalpa. No Vikalpa, no Triputi Bheda, Dhyata, Dhyanam, Vyayam. It is not there. Tatva Dhyatra Dhyane Parityajya. Dhyayaika Gocharam. Therefore, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That Imam Nirvikalpa Samadhim, Dharma Megham Praguhu. Spashtam. So this Yoga Jnaha, they call this Samadhi by the name Dharma Megha Samadhi. Tad Upapadayati Varshati iti. That showers. Upapadayati Yataha Karanat Yeshaha Samadhi Dharmamritadharaha Dharma Lakshana Amritadharaha Sagastrashaha Varshati Kshanam Yekam Rutashatasyapi iti Tutehe Ataha Dharmamekam Raghu iti Purvena Anvayaha. It is called Amritadharaha because Mokshasya Karanatvat Amritam Bhavati. Yataha Karanat Yeshaha Samadhi Amritadharaha Dharma Lakshanaha Amritadharaha Sagasrashaha Varshati. Iti. Kshanam Ekam Ritushatasyapi Shrutehe Dharmamekam Pragu. Shrutehe. The Shruti Vakyam is that. Check what is the Shruti, which Shruti is that. See that later. Kshanam Ekam Ritushatasyapi. Iha iti. Shrutehe Ataha Dharmameham Prahu iti Purvena Anvayaha. Purvena Anvaya means to be connected to the previous verse. That is, the Samadhi is called by the name Dharmamega Samadhi iti. Samadhi tat dharmamritam bhavati yoginam prati sagasrashaha sinchati varshati iti Dharmamega Samadhi. Yeshaha amritadharaha sagasrashaha varshati iti. Then the next shloka. So here up to this it is only it is avantara palam. So this Samadhi destroys crores of sanchita karma and it showers some special punyam. Therefore, this Samadhi is called Dharmamega Samadhi iti Yoga Vittamaha Pragagu Vadanti. And the Karanam is given. Yataha is Yasmat Karanat. Yasmat Karanat Amritadharaha Sagasashak Varshati Ataha Eva Dharmamega Miti Agagu Yoga Vittamaha. Yataha is the Etu, Yasmat. Why this Samadhi is called Dharmamega Samadhi? Because it is Dharma Vivardakam. It is Dharma Vivardakam Ataha Dharmamatadharaha Sagasrashaha Varshati iti. Yataha is Yasmat Karanat. Yataha Karanat. The Hetu. Why it is called Dharma Mega Samadhi by Yoga Vittama? Because it showers nectar of this, the showers of nectar. Amritadharaha. Samadhi produces this shower of nectar. Therefore, it is called Dharma Mega Samadhi. How much if it is as countless Sagasrashaha? This is Avantara Palam. It is secondary result. That is, the Samadhi produces special punyam and it destroys karma iti. This is according to this presenting this idea through yoga darshana. But we don't borrow that. We say only Jnanam alone removes, Jnanam alone destroys, the karma phala. Samadhi avastha may produce punya. That is fine. But how much punya it will produce? Cannot produce unlimited punya. To remove unlimited the karma. So we can accept it produces punyam. We can accept there is some ananda in that samadhi. Because there is this aikyam, is there aikya jnanam. Therefore, in that the person revels. The person who has been exposed to Shastram, who had done Shavanam, he revels in that. Therefore, some Ananda is there, and that Samadhi produces Punyam. That we can accept. But Karma Kshaya happens, that we don't accept. Anyway, as presented by the author, we will study. But we have to know the distinction. So wherever we differ, that we have to tell, even whoever it may be, but we have to politely disagree. Then the shloka number 61. Amuna vasana jale
Amuna
vasana jale
nishesham pravilapite
निःशेषं
desham pravilapite
samulonmulite punya papakhe karma sanchaye
समूलोन्मुलिते पुण्य पापाके कर्म संचये.
So Amuna, what is Amuna? It is adashabda, asau, amu, ami, asava, adityaha. You say asau, idam shabda, then etat shabda, tat shabda, adas shabda, fourth pranama shabda we have seen. Tritiya vibhakti of adas shabda, adas means that asau, that is which is remote, which is far. In that sense, adas shabda is used. So Tritiya vibhakti ekavachana rupam of adas shabda is amuna. So here amuna is by that samadhi, samadhina. Vasana jale nishesham pravilapite. Here, if you see the words, this is in Sati Saptami. It is in Sati Saptami. Amuna vasana jale nishesham pravilapite. Sati Saptami. When this happens, punya papa ke karma sarva sanchaye samulon mulite cha sati. That is pravilapite comes later. Sati is samulon mulite sati. Punya papa ke karma sanchaye samulon mulite cha sati. That is, the Shuddha Dharma is generated by Samadhi Abhyasa. Okay, then this Vasana Jala. Vasana Jale. What is Vasana Jala? Jala means Samuha. All the Vasana Samuha, all the Vasanas, Vasana Jale, this Vasana which are opposed to Jnanam. Therefore, Vasana is nothing but Jnana Viruddha. Jnana Viruddhe, this Jale, this Samuhe, the Samskara Samuha, the Samskara Samuhe. So here the Tikakara says Jnana Viruddhe Samskara Samuhe, that which is opposed to Jnanam, and the Samuha, the collection of Samskara, the past impressions, Samskara, Vasanas. So Samskara Samuhe, Nishesham, without balance, no baki, completely. All the vasanas gets exhausted, pravilapite, without balance, vinashite, pravilapite, tapratyaya, pravilapite, vinashite, sati. All the vasanas, no more vasanas in the account of the yogis. So, when the host of this karma, papa, punya papa ke, Samunmulite is uprooted totally. All the vasanas, karma are gone by the Shuddha Punya, which is by Samadhi Dhyasa. That is, Here he said that Purva Vasana, which is the pratibandha for the jnanam of for the jnanam gained through the Tattvamasi Vakyam. So by Tattvamasi Jnana, but the Tattvamasi Vakyam produces what Jnanam? Aproksha Jnanam. Agam Brahma iti Aproksha Jnanam. That Jnanam is not produced. Why? Because of Pratibandha. And Pratibandha is the Purva Vasana and the karma pala. Purva Vasana and the karma pala, they are the obstacle for producing the Aproksha Jnanam of this Tattvamasi Vakya. Therefore, what happens here? The Vasananam layaha bhavati. Vasananam layaha bhavati. These vasanas, the samskaras are jnana viruddha samskara. Therefore, tesham nashanam bhavati. Similarly, the karmani also, karma, punya, papa, ke, that is the karma pala, both punyam and papa. Punyam is as problem as papam. Both are pratibandhaka for jnanam. Therefore, teshamapi nashaha bhavati. Therefore, punya karmani api badakani bhavanti papa karmani api. Therefore, punya papa ke teshamapi samulon mulite. That is along with the mula, along with the root. Mulena saha nashite. Samulam nashayati. Amuna vasana jale nishesham pravilapite punya papa ke karma sanchaye samulon mulite cha sati. Then what happens? That is continued in the next shloka. Therefore, the shloka to be read along with the next shloka, because all the words, if you see, they are in sati saptami, saptami. Therefore, the vakya, this shloka is not complete without the following shloka. Vasana jale nishesham pravilapite punya papa ke karma sanchaye samulon mulite mulena saha samulaha unmulite. When it is completely uprooted, then what happens? It's said in the next shloka. We will read that also. Vakyam pratibhaddham sat
वाक्यमप्रतिबद्धं सत्
prag parokshavaphasite
प्राक्परोक्षावभासते
करामलकवद् bodham
करामलकवद्बोधम्
aparoksham prasuyate.
अपरोक्षं
परोक्षं
प्रसूयते.
प्रसूयते.
Here also Sati Saptami is there. With that, can add this two shloka, combine these two shloka and form the Anvaya. Apmuna Vasana Jale Nishesham Pravilapite. That is one Saptami, Sati Saptami. Samulon Mulite Karma Punya Papa ke Karma Sanchaye Samulon Mulite Chasati. Then Sat, then Vakyam Apratibaddham Sat Prak Paroksha Avabhasite Sati. That is Avabhasite. Kara Amalakavat Aparoksham Bodham Prasuyate. So here this Saptami is Vishaya Saptami and the Purva Saptami is Sati Saptami. So here we have to say Vakyam Apratibaddham Sat Prak Paroksha Avabhasite Kara Amalakavat Aparoksham Bodham Prasuyate. That is, when the the host of this, the punya papakya karma, along with the roots, samula, samulon mulite is uprooted totally. Is uprooted totally. Then vakyam apratibaddham sat. Vakyam apratibaddham sat. That is, vakyam is mahavakyam, tattvamasi mahavakyam. Apratibaddham, no pratibandha. Pratibandha is not that, because pratibandha in the form of the karma, in the form of the vasana, it is removed. Pravilapite. Vasana jale nishesham pravilapite. Sati punya papa ke karma sanchaye samulon mulite. Sati. Now, when these are completely removed, uprooted, sati, then vakyam, what vakyam? Tattvamasi vakyam, apratibaddham, without, now it is without pratibandha, pratibandham sat, then prak paroksha abhabhasite, that which was paroksha before, that jnanam which was paroksha before, now that jnanam kara amalakavat, like the berry in one's hand, that berry in one's hand, this aparoksham bodham prasuyate, it produces aparoksha jnanam. The jnanam which was paroksha before, this is something to be discussed. We will discuss it in the next class. The jnanam which was paroksha before, now it becomes aparoksha, like the berry in one's hand. When does it happen? When the vasana jala nishesham pravilapite, punya papa ke karma sanchaye samulon mulite, and prak paroksha abhabhasite, that is this jnanam with regard to this vishaya which was paroksha before, that becomes aparoksha. That becomes aparoksha. That's atma becomes aparoksha. Atma is always aparoksha. It is never pratyaksha nor paroksha. Then how do we say paroksha? We have to use the word paroksha, because in the beginning Brahma asti, as though it is a prathama purusha, a third person, Brahma asti. That Brahma asmi has to happen. That is aparoksha. Atma is always aparoksha. Because of not knowing that to be me, therefore we think it is paroksha. That paroksham bodham idanim aparoksham bodham iti janati. Kara amalakavat, that Parmata janati. When does it know? When the vasana jala is completely pravilapita, completely resolved. When the karma which has been there in his account is completely destroyed. So therefore no karma and therefore no vasana, because these two are the obstacles. The vasana generated by the previous karma, and therefore the karma also, sanchita karma, when these were completely destroyed, that jnanam which was paroksham before, now it becomes aparoksha, kara amalakavat. We will see this two shlokas in detail in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavada.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Dhanyavada.